Hi, good Thursday. It's May the 9th, and it's been a cloudy one, and that's been expected for days. And the rains that we've been expecting as well are still on their way. And I am, as a matter of fact, on my way out the door as soon as I leave you with all the news we have this evening, as I'm dressed in my maroon and ready to go because first pitch is right about now. If you're catching the early show, to try to catch some home action tonight as both the Hornets and Lady Hornets are here at home. This is the last game for the boys at home, senior night. The Lady Hornets next to last game. So we'll have highlights for you on tomorrow's program and some other news and information that you're only going to see here. But I can't get to the ball games. I'm not going to make it the first pitch, obviously, but I can't get there at all until we cover some ground this evening. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining us tonight. A tally and some thanks in regards to how much money you again raised this time for the 40th annual McGoffin County Rescue Squad Media Auction. I got to be honest, I was really excited today to do an interview that didn't happen. Our time zones maybe necessarily didn't align. That's going to be a different story Monday when we'll have a little FaceTime, literally, with Rebecca Lynn Howard. But for tonight, just the information I can share with you about her local performance. Yes, local performance is coming up in just a few days. Got a lot to talk about in sports tonight. I'm not sure how the fans are going to take this, but some new rules and guidelines put in place to address some unruly fans by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association. Scores from the Hornets and Lady Hornets. And I've also got McGoffin County man. Yes, man on the football field at Morehead State, recognized for his academic and athletic performances. We'll get to all of that and much more in just a few seconds, and more on that weather forecast, which, if you look at the icons, when I run my print off each and every day, and it's got icons that take me through about Monday of next week, no sun at all on any of them. We might see a little sun by Monday late afternoon or Tuesday at the earliest. I'm not excited to tell you about your Mother's Day forecast, perhaps even less than I was last night. May is a lot of things, and one of those important things is Mental Health Awareness Month. Coinciding with that, the Kentucky Department of Education, as well as the Kentucky Cabinet for Health and Family Services, earlier today announced grant funds to the tune of $9 million to go towards increasing mental health awareness of those issues that many Kentucky kids, students face as they go through life, their young lives. It's going to happen specifically, this $9 million, or be spent in 3 school districts that are considered pilot programs. The Department of Education and the Department for Behavioral Health and other departments associated with this say that these grant funds are going to allow them to have resources for the Warren County, the Bullitt, and Henderson County school districts as a trial run, if you will, or pilot program that will allow them to access or assist about 38,000 students for the course of 5 years, as well as several thousand in staff and school administrator and personnel. They're going to try to help improve school mental health, youth mental health, first aid training, a whole list of other target areas. Once again, this is a pilot program. Kentucky is only one of 4 states that have been awarded this type of pilot program funding. We hope that that funding will certainly, as I believe it will, prove valuable in its use and then make its way to other school districts. Well, I had a lady make her way into my office earlier today, Sheila Boland, formerly from Morgan County, I think, living maybe in Louisa or Lawrence County. Regardless of where she resides now, she's making her way all around eastern Kentucky, and you'll be seeing her out and about here in McGoffin County. The 2020 census, of course, still quite a ways away. But they are going about this census unlike they have any other in a long time and maybe ever, to try to get as many people to participate to make it as accurate as possible. Ms. Boland plans on making contacts with many different groups and individuals as much as possible here in McGoffin County and the area over the coming months. The U.S. Constitution, of course, mandates this head count every 10 years of everyone who lives in the United States and Puerto Rico, of course, and the island areas of the U.S. And that includes everyone. It doesn't matter regardless of age, race, ethnicity, citizens, non-citizens. It does not matter. They want every head counted. and they do it every 10 years. The population totals from the census, of course, as we know, determine the number of seats each state has in the House of Representatives, but maybe even more importantly, in addition to drawing those legislative and school district lines, it also determines what kind of funding comes into our communities. Population totals also affect funding for our communities as data is collected in the census, and that helps decision makers know how our community is changing and what our needs are. And if we don't have numbers growing or lessening and changing, they can't appropriately address that. There's almost $700 billion in federal funding that depends on this census information. She broke it down for me and said, for example, if a person is not counted, that can mean as much as $2,020 per person per year over the course of 10 years that communities aren't getting in a variety of funding. And she's going to tell us more about how we are faring, how they're going to try to get out the word to everyone. We'll be looking for that. She'll be back here in the studio next week. Encouraging already as they're trying to get out and way ahead of the census to get everyone to participate in the census, regardless of where you live, who you live with. It doesn't matter. It's all private, and they don't pass this along to anyone else, but they just need an accurate count. And she'll elaborate more, or give me some information, I believe, at least, to elaborate more in a few days. One other quick announcement or report before I go into local headlines. Walmart is going to bump up the minimum age requirements to buy tobacco products and ever popular cigarettes to the age of 21, as they are targeting tobacco sales to minors. The largest retailer in the entire world says that this new guideline will start in July. Sam's Club's also following suit as well. They are moving from 18 to 21, the minimum age required in their stores to purchase alcohol and e-cigarette products. A tally and a thanks. Both pretty big tonight. The 40th Annual McGoffin County Rescue Squad auction is officially in the books. I mean, I know the auction took place over the course of the last weekend, but it always goes on for days and sometimes weeks after, because sometimes it takes that long to get all the items out and get a total. Not so much this year. That's a record in and of itself. The amount collected, not so much a record. But as Carter says, anytime you collect money to help this charitable organization continue to keep the lights on and serve the people in McGoffin County, it's certainly a success.
Well, anytime you raise money, Rhett, it's good. Now, how much you raise depends on how you want to classify it. So we're at about $18,500 right now, and that's a little bit short of average, actually, over the last 5 or 6 years. But still, that's good. We'll just have to, hopefully nothing breaks down, and we don't have to spend anything extra, and so we'll get by, and that's the way it's always been. You take what you get and use what you got, and hope the good Lord keeps us on His side, that we don't have to spend a lot of money on something. So, but anyway, it's been good. We wish to thank all the business people that donated, and of course the public. If you, the public, hadn't called in a bid, we couldn't have raised this money, and then all the companies that donated money. So it's been, you can say it's okay, it's good. Anytime we raise money, that we just have to be a little more careful about what we spend and what we need. We'd like to say that all the items have been picked up and paid, and so that is really good, that we don't have to get out and try to get a hold of people and remind them. So that's good, and it's been a pretty good successful, even though we're not hardly up to the goal we wanted to go. But we'd like to thank everyone again because of their participation in bidding, buying, and donating. And to that, the 40th annual has been a successful for the Rescue Squad again. Which that's a lot.
We've got a lot of sports to talk about tonight and some other news, and I'll be right back with all of that after this. Look great and feel great with the very best in Versa Spa Spray Tanning and 6 of the most modern tanning beds in the business, including their 7-minute stand-up bed and 12-minute super bed with bronzing bulbs at Tropical Isle in Sagersville and Prestonsburg. And through May the 11th for Mother's Day, take 20% off lotions and 20% off tanning packages all month long at Tropical Isle Tanning in Sagersville and Prestonsburg, open 7 days a week. At Sagersville National Bank, they know your house is much more than your home. It's an investment, and for many of us, the biggest we'll ever make. And whether it's for needed repairs and maintenance, or a new addition or renovation to give you some more room and more equity, let Sagersville National Bank deal with all the financial work and worry. Real and real competitive, hometown, homegrown, home improvement loans at Sayersville National. To maximize your savings, make the new digital coupon kiosk your first stop at the new IGA.
Hey Salyersville, whether you're a paper couponer or a digital couponer, we've got ways to save you money here at Salyersville IGA. After you've registered your name and phone number, the available coupons will come up on the screen, such as save $1 off IGA gallon milk, or save $1 off Kingsford charcoal, or save $2 off Tide Pods. So once you've clipped the coupons that you want, you can see which coupons are available in your digital wallet. You can sign out, and then you're ready to shop. It only takes a few seconds to sign up, and our friendly staff is always happy to help. So remember to click Shop and Save at Salyersville IGA.
From brakes, exhaust, suspension, fluid changes, to expert collision and auto body, to turning your 4x4 or diesel from mild to wild, get real auto maintenance, paint, and repair at Black Smoke Performance in Dixie of Sayersville. 349-8785. Getting the best deal on the best tires with the best service has never been easier. Just log on to ConleyTire.net, check out the latest rebates, sales, and promotions, pick out the tires you want, and email, call, or come by. For huge savings from the family who's been proudly serving the area for over 32 years. Conley Tire in Staffordsville, 297-2424.
I'm Bill Tinker. I've spent the past 19 years defending insurance companies in car crashes, truck crashes, and slip and falls. Are you involved in a case like that? Is the insurance company giving you the runaround about your medical bills, your benefits, or your lost wages? Contact me at McFarland Tinker Law Office. With our combined experience of over 58 years, we're here ready to work for you.
Well, you may or may not have heard as of yet. It's not been put out there greatly as of yet. I might have voiced a little complaint about that earlier today to someone with an appropriate ear. But we're going to take care of it here in McGoffin County because, well, it's Rebecca Lynn Howard, who is returning home to where she got her start, essentially, in large part, on the stage at the Mountain Arts Center a few years ago now. We'll not count those. I'll be gracious to her. I think she just turned 40, didn't she? With that said, she is coming back for her first solo performance in a long time. Tickets are cheap. The show's going to be great. It's going to be filmed. There's no reason not to put it on your calendar and do it now because tickets are starting to go and the days are starting to tick away. Just announced a little more than a week ago on April the 29th, which means that there are still a lot of great tickets left. They're just now starting to sell, and I suspect that pace will pick up after tonight's airing, and this show is posted, of course, on our web channel and our YouTube channel. Nevertheless, get your tickets as soon as you can. We've already got ours to see Rebecca Lynn Howard. This is her first solo performance in a long time, and the first one here since, of course, she's, been around the world literally with Steven Tyler and Loving Mary. And as I told you in our last interview after that tour, she's got a new album in the works. I might have been able to have been privy to hearing a couple of those, just, maybe, and might be getting myself in trouble saying so. Let me just say this. You can look for maybe some new material, maybe a glimpse ahead as to what she's been working on and what might be coming out before you know it. Now, this is also going to be a big deal because they're going to be recording this for a broadcast on the Country Network. So, you might make national TV as someone in the crowd, someone supporting Rebecca Lynn Howard. Once again, a solo performance. We, as I said, or I, was to have maybe a little FaceTime interview with her earlier. I'm not sure. She was either getting on or getting off of a plane, and it didn't work out. So Monday evening, we're set to have that interview, and she'll tell us more then. But we couldn't sit on it any longer. Wanted to make sure we got the word out there to give everyone plenty of time to get their tickets. The show, once again, a week from this Saturday. Now, there's also another reason that you might be over there. That's the day of the elk draw reveal, the live reveal for the elk draw that's held every year. So there's going to be a big crowd there. I suspect a lot of those folks will pick up a ticket when they realize that Rebecca Lynn Howard is coming up soon thereafter on stage, and that performance will be shot once again for the Country Network. And tickets are just $15, and you can go online and purchase yours right now at www.macarts.com. This is all presented by Country Music Highway 23, and we'll hear from our Miss Rebecca Lynn Howard at the first of next week. Yeah, and once again, one of the things I had looked very forward to doing today was an interview, a little FaceTime interview, so we could have showed it to you with Rebecca. But however, our time zones didn't match. They have been around. I'm telling you, they're catching red eyes, going, like I said, to shows and back and forth. And we will get to sit down on Monday evening. That was the first time she's going to have an opportunity to take a breath. And then, of course, we'll talk about her show more then and find out exactly what she's been working on. She's had a lot going on. This show's going to be a good one. We hope that you can join us over there. With that said, I've got 3 sports stories or so maybe coming up in just a few moments. But before we get to that, let me go on over to tonight's community calendar announcements. I've got several actually, new announcements to remind you of this evening, all brought to you by, your local agent, Doug Green, at McGoffin Farm Bureau. Indeed, it's time for camp. Camp Lewis, that is. Space is limited. Register now. Teen Week is June the 10th through the 14th. 10 through 12-year-olds, the week of June the 17th through the 21st. 7 to 9-year-olds, June the 24th through the 27th. It's only $65 per camper if you pre-register. So go online now to save your spot, camplewis.com, where you can call 859-516-2909. It's all about meeting friends, exploring, having a whole lot of fun, and having a lifelong memory that you can forever keep with you. A good one. And if you're interested in being a part of a community garden, we have a viewer who's interested in establishing one in the Middle Fork area, providing the space to do just that. If you have any questions or interest, 349-1786. Once again, they're trying to reach out to anyone who might be interested in being a part of a community garden, using space provided to grow your own garden, collectively, maybe even or individually in your own little spot of that area. This just in. The Nancy Castle Grade School Reunion has been set for Saturday, May the 25th at noon at the Paintsville Lake, shelter number 4. A covered dish would be very welcomed. Come out and enjoy time with your classmates. The Nancy Castle Grade School Reunion, Saturday the 25th at noon at the Paintsville Lake. And as far as I know, still set for this Saturday, the 7th Annual Bass Tournament, sponsored by the Elk Creek Free Will Baptist Church. Saturday morning, 7 till 3. Of course, $1,000 first place. Other big prizes, cash prizes as well, all the way down to 4th, and $100 an hour for big fish. Call 496-7302 if you need to find out more. That's from the Clay Lake Boat Ramp. And the Sagersville High School all-class reunion, Saturday the 25th at 4 o'clock at the McGoffin County High School. If you need to find out more from a classmate, 422-6720. And don't forget, tomorrow is the last day for the countywide cleanup for residents of District 3. It's District 2 next week, then District 1, and throughout the entire span of that, all the way through the end of the week of May the 20th, the Sagersville City Cleanup Campaign will continue. Call City Hall or the Judge's Office if you need any assistance. And call me anytime you've got a calendar announcement that is brought to you nightly by McGoffin Farm Bureau, and we'll tell everyone about it. Birthdays and anniversaries, too. I'll be right back. Just like that, we've jumped into the spring allergy season with all the buds and blooms, tree and grass pollen, mold, and all the nasal congestion, sneezing, itchy nose and eyes and throat that they cause. Don't get caught off guard. Protect yourself daily with a quick trip to Parkway Pharmacy for over-the-counter and prescription relief. And you can always log into parkwaypharmacy.com to have your prescriptions ready when you get there at Parkway Pharmacy in Sagersville.
Appalachian Wireless has a question for you. Would you rather pay $650 or $66 for a smartphone? If you think this answer is simple, then the Appalachian Advantage plan is for you. Pay less upfront for today's hottest smartphones, and then pay just a few dollars more every month on the monthly bill. Many smartphones are $5 a month or less after you factor in the $20 discount from the Advantage plan compared to the contract offering. Better service, bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless. Payment agreement required. See store for details.
Founded in 1974 on the idea that we all deserve and need the very best in medical services and patient-oriented care, but at reasonable prices we can afford, Big Sandy Healthcare and Hope Family Medical Center have also put together a team of professionals and providers, all at one location, all with you and your family in mind. With pharmacy, dental, lab and x-ray, pediatrics, adult medicine, behavioral health, and more. Come see us, for anything, at Hope Family Medical Center in Salyersville. The seasonal shop is simply wall to wall, floor to ceiling, filled with new arrivals and more coming every day. Natural Life is in the store. It's a fun, uplifting brand of t-shirts, headbands, air fresheners, mugs, and more. And they've always got the latest and greatest designs from Simply Southern, including their new line of drinkware for hot or cold. And the women's spring and summer collections are simply amazing and ready to get you ready for the beautiful weather head to toe. And come in and check out their rewards program. Free local delivery. They'll ship it to you. They're now accepting PayPal, and they've always got baby and wedding registry at Fraser's Prater Drug Seasonal Shop in downtown Salyersville. At Parkway Gun & Pawn, out the door means taxes and a box of shells are included, and all these specials are out the door prices. So you can pick from these Heritage Arms 22 revolvers, $149 out the door, or this one for $139. This Judge shoots 45 long Colts and 4 10 shells, and it's out the door for $449. 9mm semi-automatics as low as $219, all just in and soon to be gone at Parkway Gun & Pawn. Look great and feel great with the very best in Versa Spa Spray Tanning and 6 of the most modern tanning beds in the business, including their 7-minute stand-up bed and 12-minute super bed with bronzing bulbs at Tropical Isle in Sagersville and Prestonsburg. And through May the 11th for Mother's Day, take 20% off lotions and 20% off tanning packages all month long at Tropical Isle Tanning in Sagersville and Prestonsburg, open 7 days a week. Let's start with scores and schedules real quickly, all of which are about to run out on the regular season. And as I said, per my attire, I am out the door as quickly as I can wrap this show up to get some highlights for you. Hopefully some winning ones, as the Hornets and Lady Hornets are both hosting teams here tonight. Who are they hosting? How did they fare last night? Here's the answer to that. Actually, 2 losses last night here at home. The Lady Hornets actually uncharacteristic of anything that's happened this season, lost their 4th in a row last night. This is a narrow one in 8 innings, mind you. It went to 8, and they lost by a run to Floyd Central. They almost pulled this one out, but nevertheless, that was, of course, a loss for the girls, putting them at 10-6 on the season, and that puts them with 3 games left, 1 tonight, hosting Elliott County at 6. I know it's senior night for the boys. I'm not even for certain if it is for the girls or not. I'm not going to say, but I know that it's senior night for the boys. And like I said, I want to try to get up there and catch some highlights for you because they are both at home tonight. The girls on that 10-6 record after that loss last night, and the boys also with the loss last night, 3-16. As they hosted Knott County Central, are hosting Pike County Central tonight. And this is the last home game of the season for the boys. Only 1 road game left after that. And that is day after tomorrow at Bath County. And that will wrap up their regular season, that Saturday game. The boys right now, once again, 4-16, looking for a win, a much-needed win, an inspirational win tonight to wrap up their regular season. Both here at home. Now let's talk about specifically a McGoffin County athlete who's now and has been for a while an athlete at Morehead State University. Senior offensive lineman Josh Poe has made a mark on that football program, and he stands among 4 players tonight who are members of the 2019 Kentucky Pro Football Hall of Fame All-Commonwealth team. Morehead State football has landed 4 players they have announced on the 2019 Kentucky Pro Football Hall of Fame All-Commonwealth team. Left to right, you got Eagles honorees. Senior offensive lineman Josh Poe, of course, from your left, and Cameron Bailey. Then senior linebacker Bo Grego and senior defensive lineman Jeremiah Draper. This designation or award honors select collegiate football players whose leadership on the field and in the classroom have demonstrated the potential leadership needed to carry that success into the game of life. These nominated players represent some of the most outstanding athletes in the Commonwealth, and our Sagersville boy is one of them. All the honored athletes will be part of a presentation in conjunction with the Hall of Fame induction ceremony on the 21st of June. Of course, Poe, from here in McGoffin County, started all 11 games this season at left tackle or left guard, and he very much helped the Eagles once again rank among the conference leaders in offensive production. Congratulations to Josh Poe, and to Josh Pote's family, who I am sure are forever ecstatic and proud. Congratulations to all. Now, will the games get in tonight, or the rest of the games, I should say, here at the athletic complex up by the Harold Whitaker Middle School? Let's take a look, and let's take a look at your somewhat dreary forecast, and certainly one, I'm sad to say, that's going to look to be rainy and more than likely stormy to some degree for Mother's Day. We have managed to, for the most part of the viewing area, avoid showers and any storms today. Not really any much storm activity happening, but some light showers which do appear to be catching up with us. I think the games will get played and get underway, but we might see a sprinkle or two or a light shower. To be honest, my update that I have in front of me here, which I print off just before I sit down with you each and every weeknight, is a bit gloomy because it goes through Monday with the icons, and there's not a little ray of sunshine on either of those days all the way through now and Monday. Shower chances each and every day, and some really big chances Saturday night and Sunday. There is some sunshine in store, but it's not until maybe midday on your Monday. I'll get to that in just a few seconds, maybe even Tuesday. But let's start with tonight's forecast, which is looking to be right around 63, but shower chances, as I said, right around 40% this evening. We have avoided them for not everyone, but most everyone has avoided the light showers today. Still a 40% chance throughout the rest of your evening. Tomorrow for your Friday, a 30% chance of showers, maybe some thunderstorms, mainly after 4 o'clock tomorrow. Otherwise, mostly cloudy. Looks to be around 76 for your high, 52 tomorrow night. We'll still hold on to mostly cloudy skies and a 30% chance of precipitation throughout your Friday night. And it's kind of the same old song and dance, at least for the first half of your Friday. We're talking about a 40% chance of showers, plenty of clouds, and we cool off. That cold front knocks us down to 66 degrees for your Saturday, and then showers likely mainly during the early morning hours of your Sunday after 4 or 5 a.m., and Sunday looks to be the worst half of the weekend with showers and thunderstorms. Quite likely. The chance for some severe weather does exist. We'll talk about that tomorrow, and we'll want to keep our eye on that as the weekend gets closer. But showers and maybe even some good thunderstorms on your Sunday. We'll talk about highs being around 67 with a low of 50 Sunday night. Monday, we will see shower chances finally pull out, I think, around noon, and maybe partly sunny skies after that, but still in the 60s. 65 and partly sunny on your Monday, mid-40s Monday night. Tuesday sunny and still in the upper 60s. Clear that night and still the upper 40s for nighttime lows. I think we'll see the mid-70s return by midweek. That's it. That's a wrap for this Thursday. We'll wrap up this week tomorrow night when I hope you'll be with us then. Good night. Thanks for watching.